Hey, brother. So, I want to make another video, um, talking about another thing about the mind, and it's super important thing. Um, I like learning and reading things and listening to podcasts, and all sorts of different subjects interest me. Especially things about the mind, like psychology, but also philosophy, and it's interesting to me when I see something that's been mentioned over and over again, um, over different mediums and different subjects in philosophy and psychology. Some one thing that comes up over and over again, and obviously it's important. And so this thing, possibly the absolutely most unhealthy thing for you ever, way more unhealthy than smoking or I don't know, dangerous water sports. The most unhealthy thing for you ever is rumination. Rumination, it's very dangerous, and you know what it is. Rumination is when your brain gets on a thought and it just loops. You just over and over again. You just keep thinking about it, thinking about it. It'll drive you nuts, and you'll see it. They'll talk about it in psychology, in philosophy. It comes up over and over again. So, now the reason your brain does this is because your brain kind of works on like a feedback loop. And so your brain pays attention to what's already top of mind. Your brain receives 11 million bits of information per second. Your body, the senses in your body are sending 11 million bits of information to your brain per second, but your conscious mind can only process 50 bits of information a second. So it really has to pick and choose what it's listening to and what it's paying attention to. And your brain works on all these like cognitive biases to try and function. And these cognitive biases are all just they're little shortcuts your brain uses to like process information. So one of the things your brain does is it pays attention to what's already top of mind. That's like, so when I had that little Escape, that little SUV, I never really noticed Escapes before, but then I bought one, and all of a sudden I was like, man, everybody owns an Escape. Like you buy a certain shoe or something, you're like, wow, man, I didn't notice before, but everyone owns this shoe already. Like, and so so it just creates this feedback loop. When something's on your mind, your brain just thinks of it over and over and over again, right? You have thousands and thousands of thoughts per day, but very few of those thoughts are new thoughts. A lot of the things you think are things that you thought about yesterday already, the day before. You've just always got the same stuff on your mind, right? So it's really healthy. It's really unhealthy. You need to get your mind off of that. And what you can do is like there's all kinds of like grounding techniques to kind of stop you from ruminating on things. If you become really super hyper focused on something, if you're sitting in a room and you're thinking about something over and over, you can't make it stop. You just hyper focus on the moment, on the surroundings around you, on whatever table. Look at the wood grains in the table, like just hyper focus in the moment, right? One thing I did, just made up, is one time when I was thinking about something over and over very unhealthily, I would stop myself, I'd catch myself, and I'd stop myself, and I'd envision that thing I was thinking of, and I'd envision like a little mini version of that thing, and I'd put that little mini version of that thing in a little mini box, and I'd put that little mini version in the mini box up onto a shelf, regular size shelf, on a regular size shelf, and I'd be like, nope, yeah, I'm gonna put you away for right now. I can't think about this. And then I would continue with my day, and then it'd pop up again, and be like, what are you doing? Oh, your little mini box. Put back in the little mini box, back on the shelf. And I think you just really have to take control of your thoughts, because much of the time we're just kind of along for the ride. We're just like on a roller coaster. We're not driving down the highway. We're just on a roller coaster, just going with how it goes, wherever your thoughts take you. And it's kind of like riding a snowmobile. This is what I think. So when you ride a snowmobile, some people, they ride a snowmobile. If you've never ridden a snowmobile, the analogy probably makes no sense. But if you've ever ridden a snowmobile, some people ride a snowmobile like it's a car. They sit on the snowmobile on the seat. They move the steering. They steer back and forth, and they just drive down the trail, right? But some people ride a snowmobile like a snowboard. You know what I mean? Like they're in full control of it. They're not just sitting on it. They're like standing up and they jump from side to side. You know what I mean? When you turn, you don't just turn the handlebars. You jump to that side and you shift your body weight and you throw the whole thing to the side and you carve through the snow, right? You're like you're riding it. You're not just along for the ride. You're in full control of that thing and the motion and the weight and you're riding it, right? And I think that's what we need to do with our thoughts. Like we can't just be along for the ride. We got to be in control. We got to be in the driver's seat, right? So you just got to be really conscious of your thoughts and your brain and what it's doing, and know that you can stop it, and know that you can put your mind on something else, right? You're not at the whim of your brain. You're in control. So that was really rambly. You get it. So, yeah, I think I got most of the thoughts I wanted in on that. It's very important. So, anyways, good. Yeah. Well, till the next time I see you, and I love you very much, and I'm very proud of you, and have a good day.